We urge strongly that AZ get back to the Data and Safety Monitoring Board to make sure that the data that is made public is accurately reflecting of what the actual data was.
It's been a bumpy rollout for the AstraZeneca vaccine in the U.S. The company was called out for not including the most updated information in its recent trial results. But AstraZeneca now says those adjustments have been made, and it hopes to become the fourth vaccine in the U.S. The data showing its vaccine was 76% effective overall against symptomatic disease. That number 3% lower than reported earlier this week. The new data also showing the vaccine remains 100% effective at preventing hospitalizations. The company expected to apply for emergency use authorization within weeks. This as more Americans are getting access to vaccines. 29 states and Washington, D.C. expanding eligibility to anyone over the age of 16 ahead of President Biden's May 1st deadline. In Arizona, thousands of new appointments for younger residents booking up in just 20 minutes.
It's just crazy how much a little shot can hold so much power.
At least 16 states are seeing cases creep back up in the last week. Health officials warning the country has not yet turned the corner.
We're still hanging out at 55,000 cases a day, and we're watching what's happening in people who are vacationing right now, and that concerns me a lot.
In Michigan, hospitalizations surging more than 600% for people in their 30s. The number is dramatically lower for seniors, many who've already had their shots, officials saying that underscores the effectiveness of the vaccines.
Tributes across Boulder for the victims of Monday's supermarket shooting. From candlelight vigils to this procession for Officer Eric Talley, who died in the attack. And the city council holding a special meeting for the public to discuss their grief.
Denny was my student for 3 years.
One speaker, a former high school teacher of one of the victims, Denny Stong, who worked at the supermarket.
I thought about the Santa hat Denny wore every day of December, every year that I taught him. The speaker he'd carry down the halls during passing periods and drive everyone crazy with his old soul or holiday music.
That 21-year-old suspect is expected to make his first court appearance today. He's a U.S. citizen who came here from Syria when he was 3. Sources say investigators are learning about his quick temper and possible psychiatric issues, but still no word on why the supermarket was targeted. Meanwhile, 1,400 miles away, police arrested a man who walked into this grocery store in Atlanta Wednesday. They say he was carrying 2 long guns and 3 pistols. He was sent for a psychiatric evaluation. Law enforcement agencies across the country are being warned to take more precautions. A bulletin from counterterrorism experts with the NYPD is warning of more public acts of violence, adding malicious actors may view the loosening of restrictive COVID-19 related public health and safety measures as a chance to perpetrate violence.